Hello, last time I talked to you about PowerPoint in video 1 and we covered how to work with layouts. In this video I'm going to work with you on how to cover shapes, drawings. Now before we begin, I want you to grab some paper, grab something to write with, take very detailed notes, and if I go too fast it's okay, you can always replay the video. Your notes should be all the instructions that I'm giving you for your assignment. So if I tell you I need this in your assignment, you should be writing that down. Beginning with your assignment, I want you to insert a blank slide. You can do this by clicking underneath the slide, hit enter, and by default it gives you some text boxes. That's okay. We know from last time we can go to layout and then click on these different types of slides. One such slide says blank. That's what I want, a blank slide. Once I have my blank slide, I'm ready to begin my assignment. However, I don't want you to use landscape mode, which is the side-to-side rectangle. I want you to use a vertical rectangle called portrait mode. So how do we get to portrait? Well, we go all the way up to the top where it says home, scroll over to where it says design. At the very right side of your screen on the top, it'll say slide size. Click on that. Click on custom slide size. Click on portrait. Click OK. Click ensure fit. Zoom out just a little bit. Now I'm ready to begin my assignment. So I'll go back to my home tab. In my home tab, I'm going to be working in the drawing section. First thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a rectangle. Any rectangle will do. I just want to show you what it can do. Click on rectangle. Now it gives you these crosshairs. This is going to be wherever you click will be the top left, and then when you scroll it'll start to draw your rectangle. You do not need a big rectangle, just a small rectangle is fine. We're going to put a lot of stuff on the slide. And then I want you to type in any technology related word. So I'm typing in RAM. Next, I want you to insert another drawing. And we picked rectangles last time. So this time I want you to go to the basic shapes section and click your basic shape. Here I'm going to put a heart. And I'm going to type Macintosh. Macintosh is the full name for Macs. I know you're used to hearing Mac, but the actual word is Macintosh. Next, let's insert from the block arrows section a block arrow. I'll click the standard block arrow. I'm going to put it in. And type in another computer related word. The words that you type do not matter as long as they're technology related. Here I'm going to write iPad. You can write whatever you want. Be creative, don't copy me. Next, I want you to insert an equation sign. So click on any of these equation signs and then use your crosshairs to make it big or small, whatever size you want to make it. And yes, you can type on these as well. Windows. That's the word I chose to use. Next, I'm going to click on flowchart. Under flowchart, I think I will click the very last icon. Looks interesting. Let's throw that in there. Type a word over it. The next drawing we're going to insert will be from the stars and banners section. Microsoft Office, what we're using right now. Next will be from the callouts section. This time I'm going to type operating system. And our last option here is going to be an action button. And I want to use the one that says action button, go back or previous. And I'm going to put it on the bottom right hand corner. And when I put it in there, this pop-up box is going to show up. It says, okay, where do you want to go back to? So I want to go back to the first slide. And I want to insert some audio. So I'm going to click play sound. And we'll go with chimes. You can go with whatever sound you want. And hit OK. Now, let's check and make sure this action button actually works. We do that by going to presentation mode. On the bottom right hand side, where I'm moving my mouse, you'll find what looks like a glass. So scroll over it, it says slideshow. Let's look at it. Here's my action button. I'm going to click on my action button and it should take me back to my first slide. And it used audio, just like I wanted it to. So you can have slides and you click through slides and you click through slides and you click through slides. And then when you finally get to your last slide, you can have an action button that takes you back to your first slide. And then you can just repeat as many times as you want, creating a loop. And how do I get out of here? How do I get out of presentation mode? Well, all I have to do is click escape. And now I am back to edit mode. Once you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items on your slide, anywhere you want to have them, I want you to select all of them. You can do this by selecting them all like this, or you can hit Control A, which is Windows version of selecting all. For Mac, I would say it might be Command A. And you will select all of your items. And then I want you to go to the font section. And I want you to change the font from its standard Calibri to Arial Black. That makes it bigger and easier to read. Then I want you to use your increase font button to make them as big as you can without making it be too big. Here we have it way too big. So I'm going to go back right there. I'm happy with that size. You can have any size you want. I just do not want to have letters coming off of your object. The next thing I want you to do is to select each object and go back to drawing. So I clicked on the first object, I clicked on the first drawing, and then I want to change the shape fill. I want each shape to be a different color. I do not want to see two shapes that are the same color. Once we're done changing the shape colors, then we will have to change our font color. Let's see, what have I not used? Light purple. So you'll have to click on each one and see, does that font look good? Does that font look good? So I think for these, I'm going to go with black font. So go back to your font box, font color. I could probably make these bigger. No. I'm going to make this one bigger. And just play around with it. Keep everything on the slide. And here we have yellow and white. That's a bad combination. You cannot even read what's said on there. Now these darker ones, you can see the white font. That's okay. Dark backgrounds, you have light font. Light backgrounds, you want dark font. Make your drawings as big as you can without making them too big. I just want you to learn that you can insert drawings and that you can automatically type on those drawings and that you can change the shape fill. In addition, you can also change the shape outline. And so I'm going to make them all bright blue. You can make them any color you want, but I do want you to have 6 points as your width, as your weight. So you go to shape outline. Well, first you got to click on everything. So there it's clicked. Shape outline, click on that, click on weight, and then change it from standard 1/4 to 6 point. That way I can easily see the shape outline color that you put for your drawing. And that is all you have to do for today's assignment. Insert a couple of drawings. Insert one action button. Have that action button take you back to slide 1. So you will need at least 2 slides so you can have this action button work. And make sure that I can see the font on each object. And make each object bigger. And make each object a different color. Once you do that, turn it in. And it should be an easy 100. Just do those things I told you to do, and I guarantee you'll get 100.